Cheeto, can you just talk about your thoughts on the season as you look back at it, and obviously you guys set the goal at the beginning of the season to go to a bowl game. Fell short of that. Just give us your thoughts on the whole season.
Obviously a disappointment. We didn't get that goal. So overall, a lot of us are down, frustrated that we couldn't make it to a bowl and send the seniors off right. But, for us coming back, it's just more motivation to get those seniors that bowl game. And there's going to be a big senior class, and we just got to find a way to get it done. Personally and on the defensive side, we had our own goals too. We got a couple of them, but, some of them we didn't get. But I think overall, we just need to improve and use it as motivation for next year.
Cheeto, I think you answered it a little bit there, but there's been some rumblings about you possibly leaving for the NFL. Are you definitely coming back?
Yeah, I'm definitely coming back. I came in with this class. A lot of those guys mean a lot to me. Coach Mack means a lot to me. And, we got a good thing going, and I want to see the progress finish and us get to that bowl game and have some success.
Nothing against this year's seniors, but I just sense that the next year's seniors, the current juniors, there's more hunger in them than there was in this year's class. Do you feel that at all?
I wouldn't say more hunger. I wasn't there when those seniors came in the dorms when they were freshmen and they had that bond, but I can speak on our class that we had a great bond, and we still do. I think we're Coach Mack's first class, so we kind of know what he expects out of us, and those seniors did a great job, and we're just kind of trying to follow suit and do another great job, and except this time try to get to a bowl game.
With all the close games that you guys had in 2014, it seemed to be going into this season, a lot of people thought that corner had been turned, and then you have a lot of close losses this year. What was the difference there? Why didn't the close games turn into wins?
Everybody says it, but I definitely think it's the little things. Coach Foreman especially, even in the weight room, when we go around, he always has individual talks to us about the little things in the weight room, just finishing reps, stuff like that. I think in the summer, in the spring, going into this offseason is going to be really important for us to get over that board. And also finishing the fourth quarter. That was honestly a goal of ours, to finish fourth quarter. And, sometimes we didn't do that. We ended up losing a couple of heartbreaking losses. So I think those are just things we got to work on.
You've been very valuable out of that Nickelback role. Do you like that role, or would you like to play more cornerback coming back next year?
I just love the position, DB, defensive back. I played safety last year. Freshman year I played nickel. This year I played a little bit more corner. So I don't know, whatever they put me, they feel like it's the best position for me to play and to win. I'll be comfortable playing it. I love playing nickel. I love playing corner. I love playing safety is basically what I'm trying to say. I just love playing defensive back.
Chidobe, you mentioned the defense reached some of the goals that you set. Can you talk about those, and also looking back now, the whole change in the defense, a new defensive coordinator, and how that went?
Well, Coach Levitt, Coach Tunkin came in. Some guys were skeptical, some guys were excited, and then once we started getting going, everybody was excited. They were great. They fit into great roles on our team, and a lot of us fell in love with them and just really wanted to play for them hard. So, one of our goals was to finish in the top half in the Pac-12 and score in defense. I'm not sure if we did that. I think we might have finished at number 6, so that's pretty good. We did pretty good on the passing defense side. I thought that was pretty good. But another thing that Coach Levitt always says is that good gets you beat. And obviously we didn't get those wins, so we got to find a way to be great or be excellent. We can't be perfect, but we got to get as close as we can.
Early in the season or before the season, there's a lot of talk about optimism and the confidence that this team had, that it would turn the corner. And obviously as the season goes on and the losses mount, no player is going to come out and say, yeah, we've lost our confidence now. But now that the season is over, were you guys able to maintain winning confidence throughout the season, or as the losses piled up, did you start to lose confidence in yourselves as a team?
We definitely never lost confidence. As competitors, when you get in those situations of adversity, you actually build more confidence, and because you start to go back into the practice field, back into the film room, and work harder. So confidence is in your preparation. So I think when we started getting those losses, we started preparing harder. And even if some people didn't see it, I still saw our team is progressing. We had a couple of downfall victories that were kind of blowouts, but other than like 2 of those games, I feel like we were progressing pretty good. But we definitely got to get wins, and we got to find a way.
If I could just follow up, how do you maintain confidence when the losses are mounting? It's just human nature when you're failing or not achieving your goals to start to doubt. How do you, as a team and as an athlete, maintain that confidence and still continue to believe?
Well, if it was a team of individuals, people would probably look at themselves and be really down and probably lose confidence. But we all know that we're all in this together. Everybody got each other's back. So if one person makes a mistake or feels like they lost the game, they know they didn't. It's a team effort. And as long as we know we got together, I think that confidence is real high, and we know we got each other's backs.
Chido, when that game ended in Salt Lake City on Saturday, that junior class walks off that field, senior class now.
Yeah.
And that group then sets the tone for the following season. So how do you guys take that responsibility on yourself to build for 2016 and maybe raise the bar next year?
Definitely, I think it's accountability. We got to hold each other more accountable. Even ourselves, sometimes it's hard to regulate ourselves in certain situations when emotions get high or emotions get too low. We got to, be that bright spot for this team and show great leadership in the weight room, in the training and practice, all those type of things. If people try to complain, we can't let that happen. We just got to really be positive, and because we know what's coming. We know that we can be a great team, a great defense, and we just got to keep going.
Chido, what did you see of Steven Montes when he was running the scout team? What kind of quarterback did you see?
He's a very talented quarterback. It's hard to see as a scout team quarterback to evaluate him because, the defensive coaches sometimes tell him who to throw to, in the double coverage and stuff. So, but he definitely has talent. He has a big arm, and I'm excited to see what he's going to do.
A lot of people are wondering how this team's going to replace Nelson Spruce. You've gone against all these receivers, and most of them are back. So who do you think is going to replace Nelson as far as that production, and who have we not seen that might step up next year, do you think?
Okay, first off, Nelson is great. He's one of those guys that always, I look from afar and just, he pushed me just because I seen how he worked and how great he was and what all he accomplished at this level. So hats off to him. But I think it's going to be a group effort, definitely, to replace a guy like that. We'll see who steps up. But I feel like all of our receivers are great from the bottom to the top. It just depends who has that work ethic like Nelson did.
Any names you can give us of guys that we haven't seen that you've gone against in practice that have impressed you?
I've seen Devin Ross, Bryce Bobo, Shea Fields, Lee Walker. Lee Walker's a guy who's really fast. If he has that work ethic, I think he can break through.
Anything else for Chido?
All right, now hold up. Coming out at 1 o'clock, this is embargoed until at 1 o'clock. If I see it on Twitter anywhere before that at 1 o'clock, you and your organization will lose your credential privileges for basketball and for football next year. That's how serious this is. Chidobe and Nelson are going to be second team all Pac-12. So you might want to ask Chidobe about that. But like I said, if anybody feels the need to tweet that before 1, you're going to test me and you're going to lose your credentials. Understand?
Chido, how about being a second team All-Pac?
Nah.
Jumping the gun on the Pac-12, that's why it's serious.
He won't take your credential, I promise.
Nah, it's an honor. It's a high blessing. I feel like it's a culmination of Coach Levy and Coach Tumpkin really coming in and changing the culture of our defense. I feel like we had a lot of great players on defense, and I just happened to be the one chosen by the Pac-12 or whoever chooses that. So, it's a blessing and it's an honor, and I think it's a representation of our team, and that's good. But obviously, I wish I could have had first team, but that just gives me a reason to grind harder.
I was going to say, though, that then labels you as one of the best players returning the Pac-12. So I just asked you about the responsibility moving forward next year. That kind of raises the bar on yourself, doesn't it?
Yeah, you just got to keep raising my standard of playing, expect more out of myself, and by doing that, also being vocal and trying to raise the standard of other players to get their max potential, and hopefully, it works out that we have more Pac-12 players. I feel like we have a lot of all Pac-12 players on our team. We just got to show it, and also wins help that. So, just got to have great leadership to get those wins too. Yeah.
Kind of set the pace next year?
Yeah, I definitely do. If last year was my junior year, as an upperclassman, I felt that obligation. But definitely now that I'm a senior, this is my last go around. I feel like it's necessary to regard myself as a leader and to be that guy, or be one of those guys.
Since you were asked about whether you're coming back next year and you've answered that, did you give some thought to going early?
I mean, not really as a possibility. You know, education always came first for me and my family. I obviously talked to them, but it was always in the back of my mind. But I think definitely I always knew I was going to come back, and it's never really been a question of myself. I think maybe other people have made it a question, but not myself.
You're talking about leadership. How did that 12-person leadership council work this year? And would you like to see that continue next year, or would you like to go back to, naming just captains for the season?
First off, I think leadership council or captains, all that stuff is, it's good, but, there's a lot of leaders outside of that too. We just need great leaders. I don't know if it's going to be leadership council or captains. I liked it though, but I just think you don't need that label as a captain or on a leadership council to be a leader, to lead yourself, to lead others. So we just need a lot of people to step up.
All right, anything else? Thanks, Chido.
Yep, no problem.